Hello everyone, my name is Martin Schroeder and this is my Multidisciplinary Studies 495 Capstone project titled The Warriors Retreat. The problem I chose to tackle for this project is the problem of veteran suicide. Our community is suffering from an epidemic. That epidemic is suicide. I've been personally impacted by suicide in my own life. But the most consistent group of people that I've witnessed committing suicide are veterans. Being a veteran myself, this hits me hard. I've lost 7 of my fellow Marines to suicide. The suicide rate for veterans is about 1.5 times the rate of that of a non-military adult. How might I solve this problem? Well, solving it is setting your expectations unrealistically high. There are a multitude of reasons as to why a person would choose to end their own life. However, if you can save even one person, you may be able to find a way to save others. I know for a fact that my idea can work because I have seen it in action. There are many martial artists that are veterans. Most veterans I know love competition, and they love the outdoors. Through extensive research and interviews, I believe that purchasing land in a remote location and building a martial arts gym, which acts as a retreat for veterans, could prove to be therapeutic. The justification for this project. The intention of my project is to lower the rate of suicides among veterans in our community. This project is necessary due to the rate of veteran suicides being 1.5 times more than non-military populations. Community outreach is the most inexpensive and effective way to help others in need. Charitable people have saved the lives of others, and if we could develop an effective means of treatment supported by research, we could make a successful template. My justification for this is due to the impact martial arts has had in my own life. I also met multiple veterans while I have been training in martial arts. Most of them are suffering from depression and PTSD. This has resulted in a community of veterans training and improving their lives together. There's a saying that iron sharpens iron, and together we can help build one another up. Suicide is an epidemic among Americans, but physical activity is also confirmed to be a prevention of depression, anxiety, and other mental disorders. The transition out of the military and back into a civilian lifestyle is extremely difficult. The stakeholders for this problem are veterans, active duty, dependents, and our communities. Many veterans feel inadequate after they leave the military. Many of the VA's resources go underutilized, such as the suicide hotline. Many people commit suicide due to a loss of motivation or a sense of purpose to go on. Being in the military provides you with a sense of purpose, which most find difficulty finding outside of the military. Either we consider the problem as good as we can get it due to the amount of resources and funding put into veterans and their welfare, or we pursue alternative means of outreach. Suicide is a complicated problem. There are multiple reasons a person could commit suicide. When it is connected to a particular demographic, it may be easier to isolate the cause. However, that is a little bit above my pay grade, and there are many complexities to this problem that no one person or one solution could be possible. However, this is my personal attempt to help it. The 3 innovative solutions I went over are, obviously the first one is a martial arts oriented therapeutic retreat, social work / volunteer work, which I do in my own time on volunteer work, and social work is my primary career I'm going to pursue post-graduation. And then, of course, community outreach. The stakeholders in this problem are veterans, dependents of veterans, veteran communities, the VA, the military, the federal government, the country, and those who care to see a change. I believe that the stakeholder list here spans far and wide with those who care to see a change. America is the peacekeeping force of the world. The VA is stretched thin. People die on waiting lists waiting for treatment, and community outreach is mainly just verbal with a lack of action. Opening a retreat may be an effective way to treat those suffering from suicidal tendencies. I chose the Warriors Retreat as my solution to this problem, or rather, my answer to it. The problem of veteran suicide is fairly straightforward. My approach is to coach and mentor veterans. This project is to define my approach and to lay out a plan for combating it in my own community. I firmly believe that recreations involving veterans, training, and community coaching can help us all heal. I have introduced many veterans to the sport of mixed martial arts, and most of them stay on the path. The implementation of my solution, I believe that if you build it, they will come. I plan on buying land in northern Idaho regardless of what I choose to do for a career. The size and scale to which I plan on building this massive dojo will be subject to changes, modifications, and all of it will be determined by the budget allotted for the project. I plan on gradually accumulating and storing all the mats, wall pads, striking bags, and other fitness equipment over a period of 5 to 7 years. I plan on saving roughly $150,000 as a down payment over the same period of time. Building the structure would be the most expensive part, with the facility being roughly 10,000 square feet. The construction would be a brand new steel building with all utilities and accommodations and a paved roadway and parking lot. Hopefully, depending on the land and location, the aesthetic would be quiet and peaceful. With mountains and large pine trees in the background, I would hope that it would be soothing to the senses and the lungs, which would be filled with clean air. I want it to be therapeutic in its location alone. So among most of the solutions, community outreach, I believe, is the most effective one, and it's the most cost-efficient one. The problem here is that veterans are a very susceptible population to suicide. The solution I have chosen to pursue is a business designed for community outreach, which specifically caters to veterans suffering from mental illness. The value that this project has to my postgraduate goal is to serve as a benchmark in a profession outside of social work. I look forward to making this goal a reality in the years to come. We all get to heal, and I think it's important that we place an emphasis on allowing people to heal in our lives. I think it's important to have businesses oriented around the healing of others, because too often is every business or platform concerned with making a profit. I'm not personally invested in making a profit. I want to help people. I want to do that through social work, and I want to do that through this retreat. And I will make it become a reality.